outlets out there, but there are a lot.
CP squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom. Make me.
On the way home, I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans, and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating, and I'm reading a book, and this wave just comes up. Our satellite.
Can you put some goji berries in my Dropbox, please? Is this GoPro farm to table? NFL anywhere! You can watch the NFL anywhere, then why can't I watch it on the damn toilet, Linda? The only exercise I get is chasing those damn gypsies off my lawn.
Cows do.
They're like, oh, trick or treat. Well, guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor. Guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor.
Drunk up, Mike. I think you're a little too drunk.
Yeah, I got trapped in a corn maze. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm Native American. Caribbean queen. Caribbean queen. So I'm not a jack of all lanterns, okay? So I don't know how to commit murder with Loyola Davis, okay? So I'm not a graveyard smash, okay? That's not me.
That's not anyone.
Hey, you wanna hear a joke? What is black and white and red on the horn?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. What I was gonna say something super racist. So yeah. You wanna hear a joke?
Sure.
What is black and white and red on the horn?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. What I was gonna say something super racist. So yeah.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're stupid. All right, here we go with this.
It happened when I was a lad. My folks were on vacation. It was my chance, and so I grabbed the rubber glove and lubrication. I got in position by Mima's favorite old chaise long. I fought inhibition. Then I beat it into submission. I fucked the couch and I liked it. Smell of cigarettes on the fabric. I fucked the couch just to try it. My elegy was pornographic. That felt so strong, those cushions tight. Making love to a love seat feels so right. I fucked the couch and I liked it.
All right, we're going to stop it there, and we're going to bring in our guests. I just wanted to start on that. And let's bring in our co-hosts and then our guests.
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Yes. How's it,
Howdy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I had a lot of fun at the bar, meeting friends that I haven't seen in a hot minute and stuff. So it was good. So let's go ahead and bring in.
Now you're talking about a hot minute, but were the friends also hot?
Yes, they definitely were. And I'm hoping to get in more contact with one of them when they come to one of my shows. So anyways, let's crack on. And
he wants more contact, huh?
Executively.
Wow.
Yes. So let's go ahead and bring on our guests that we have so far. And of course, that is our
Mama. Oh, Mama.
our mom and our doggo. How y'all doing?
Mom. Good. Hello.
Hello.
I hope y'all are ready for the stuff and things.
Yes.
I've got the DNC.
Mom doing a bit better.
A3 paused at the moment.
How far into it are you?
Only a couple of minutes.
Okay. All right. So let's say a little side of my chest right quick before we get into the rest of this. And of course,
I watched. Yeah. Let's talk a bit.
Go ahead.
Just side chat. First side chat.
Sure. Let's say hello to them, and then we'll go ahead and crack on. Okay.
Yeah.
I watched a bunch of the highlights.
Slim in the side chat.
Well,
yes.
I've watched Trump address whatever he fucking does. He just looks. He looks so fucking dejected. Even well, fuck you, prick.
Have you
People
seen
are abandoning
Junior?
him, and he doesn't like it.
Have you seen Junior is flipping his shit too?
Oh yeah,
and
fuck him.
Yeah. All right. So let's say hello to the Ollie Man.
Hey, Ollie.
We have a Stop the Stupid.
Hey, stupid.
We have a Demon Orb.
Hey, Demon.
A Look at Trees.
Hey, look at the trees.
Hello,
a Reader of
Reader.
Reader. And we have a Tiny.
And Tiny.
And you know what we haven't done? And you know what we haven't done in a gazillion and a half years because Tiny hasn't been on here, but we're going to do this.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
Exactly. Let's make it happen, Captain. And we have a Josette.
Captain is cool.
Hey, Josette.
Hey, Josette.
He's definitely a cushion pusher.
Cushion
for sure.
pusher. Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. All right.
Yeah.
So let's listen to the rest of this, and then we'll get into the days of the year, and then we have a bunch of news articles to get into. So here we go, and you're very welcome, everyone. What?
Fart and cow, whatever that one was.
Yes, the fartless cow feed. And we'll go over that. It's actually been like a year in the making, but they actually have studies that are proving that their concept is working. Let's put it that way. So it's not new, but now we have the data to prove that it may be a possibility with giving it to livestock.
Hi, Carrie Ann.
Hey, Carrie. So here we blow, and of course, you're welcome, everybody.
I liked it. Don't try to make me feel ashamed. It's true, I acted rashly. That sofa didn't have a name, but I called her Ashley. If I was a VP, I'd be working with Iran or China.
And you are, he already does. He already does that.
That I'd be thinking of that artificial couch vagina.
Oh my Jeebus Christ, that's like the funniest fucking visual in the world.
It got my nostrils flaring from that outfit that Alito was wearing. My lazy boy will be pumping as the ottoman is sliding and jumping. That felt so strong, those cushions tight.
Brainless, do you let them in?
Love seat feels so right. I fucked the couch and I liked it.
Yeah.
I like
I got it.
Basically saying is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrat.
Okay, how are you doing, Tiny?
Hello there.
How's it?
I can join for. Yeah, I'm good. Well, good. Under circumstances.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're going to be better now that you're here with us going over this craziness. And I think you've watched this with us before. And if not, yes, here we go with one of my favorite other thingies of the bubbles, which is
couch and I liked it. The smell of cigarettes on the fabric. I fucked the couch just to try it. My elegy was pornographic. That felt so strong, those cushions tight. Making love to a love seat feels so right. I fucked the couch.
And then, of course, we have to pause it again right here with him in the cat lady house and
this song is so fucking funny.
I know. And I found some newer couch fucking songs, but we're gonna go over that for effing funny or for the deep, the AI generated stuff, which is next week. We're gonna be doing that.
And I liked it. I liked it.
Oh, I found 4 new fucking couch fucking songs that are parodies. Oh my Jeebus Christ. We were probably gonna play one more of them at the end of this.
Jubian says, we're not weird. Now, excuse me while I put on my golden Trump diapers and get my Van Seaman joke cup.
I love it.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about the semen cups in the near future. And yes, and what's even the same difference on that is not just the diapers, but the ear covering that everybody was fucking wearing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite thing about the fucking diaper shite was there was a woman wearing a shirt that says only real men wear diapers and she's wearing a diaper. Well, does that mean you're a fucking man? Like I'm not fucking judging you, but you're literally wearing a shirt that says only men wear diapers. And I've
got a theory about Donald Trump. I think he's Wolverine. His ear did heal pretty fast.
And that's because he actually probably most likely. That's because allegedly he did not get hit with a bullet. He got hit with some kind of shrapnel or some other kind of thingy-mabobber.
I almost feel like I almost feel like it was staged because they had him down for a long time, and they could have easily put makeup on him. Fake blood and stuff on his ear.
Well, and the other thingy-mabobber, and it's allegedly
right.
The dude who did it was like the worst shot in the world. When you talk to his classmates who were in shooting class with him, he hit a target that was like 20 feet off to the left or some weird shit. And in target practice, because he was going to the range every once in a blue moon, but supposedly even there he wasn't even hitting targets right. So you think that?
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
That might be a reason why it's not staged. Would you want somebody?
But
how easy? But hold on. But how easy is it? How easy is it to push somebody who's a shit shot to do that? I know we don't have any fucking.
That might be true. But
yeah,
also
and his parents,
the AR that he was using on that range
is not made.
Not that.
It's not made to shoot far, and that's the other thing. If he had a sniper rifle with a scope, that would have made more sense. But he had a fucking AK-47 in the version that it's only supposed to shoot people at close range per se, right? And it's made to shoot a lot of people at once, right? It's not made to shoot one.
The one thing about it being faked to me that we forget is that firefighter that was killed.
Yeah, I know.
I doubt they would execute a person just to make it his stunt look. Do you know what I mean?
Know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. The government fucking kills people all the fucking time for self. Allegedly, FBI and DOJ. Allegedly,
I'm just saying, it seems a little iffy to me. In a lot of.
It just could have been. Anyways, let's crack on.
A couple of weeks before that,
what we're doing here.
A couple of drones.
Shoot somebody in the street and people would still vote.
The Venezuelan president was addressing his army, and two media drones hit each other and exploded. And he said he got he survived an assassination attempt, and his popularity grew 50%, and that was just before Trump did his one. And
that's why I think it was a setup. I think that he was supposedly supposed to get hurt.
And also, why does he not let people see the medical information?
And his ear is completely healed now. There's no scarification. There's no missing parts of his ear, and that's not what happens when you get hit with that kind of weapon and that type of projectile. Anyways, yes.
COVID lasted 2 days, didn't he? 2 days.
Yeah, and what they're gonna do now, Demon Orb, is supposedly they're gonna be putting bulletproof glass around Trump when he does.
Oh my God! Just like the Pope. Oh dear God.
Yeah, supposedly he's going to be poked out, and that's why he's not. That's the major reason why I think he's not doing any of these big fucking things anymore. He's doing small engagements. He's doing things that are very, very closed in because he's fucking scared. And I think he's given up. I think he's honestly like, no, fuck it. I'm not going to bow out.
To run.
Well, he doesn't want to bow out because then he looks like he lost. So he's just going to go with the fucking
he's giving up. Yeah.
Well, and it'd be great if a Democrat run up to his glass fucking carriage and ask for some ice cream. Well, why aren't you playing music, you bitch?
I want to run up to it and I want to press my butt up against it and leave a butt print on his fucking glass. Anyways, let's crack on.
Yeah, but Trump is not hoping for enough votes. He's hoping for making the voting seem illegitimate.
Yeah,
yes, totally.
And he did it in 2020. He made it.
Yeah, but he's got people in place that are gonna be saying like, no, the voting over here didn't go correctly.
Well, they all do that.
It
didn't go every election.
Didn't go correctly, and that's the problem that Trump's having.
Something to say about that.
I think Trump has ED, and he definitely doesn't get his erections right. Anyways, thank you very much, Josette. I'll do a shot in just a second, but let's get into our days of the weeks, which we're beginning to go ahead, Tiny.
Yeah, I will drop out for a second and come back in because I'm now using a browser that's not working nicely with StreamYards. I'm missing half of the conversation.
Oh, totally.
See you later.
Okay. When you come back in, we'll let you in. Yeah, we'll see you in a second.
Yep.
So, anyways, let's get into National Brazilian Blowout Day. And when I think of a Brazilian, I think of the wax. And how are we blowing out the Brazilian?
Can't blow that out, right?
Anyways, it is a hairstyle, and it is this hair dryer thing that they use to get it to, I believe, curl the hair. So it's just saying. But anyway. So let's get on to the other thingies of the Mobobbers, which is National Finance Brokers Day. I do not believe in goddamn brokers. I guess people need financial assistance and stuff.
Right.
But like I feel like a lot of the times they're scam artists, but I don't know because I never fucking used one. So I don't know. But anyways.
Yep.
Next one is National Senior Citizens Day. So everybody.
One that Dog and I can celebrate.
Yes, give love to your senior citizens. Show them some love. Say hi to them. Say hello.
To your 1.5 if you don't mind.
Mom, not dog.
Generally, at 55 over here, you're considered a senior citizen. You can get senior citizen discounts and stuff. And
yeah.
Only in America. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Anyways,
you can do it too if you want.
The next one is International Day of Remembrance and Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism Day. So it's honoring the memory of those lost and supporting the resilience of survivors through compassion and meaningful actions through war times of different places and things like that.
Yeah.
I didn't really know that much about this thingy mobobber, but now that I read it, I'm like, okay, I think I know what this is, but I didn't know what it was called. So National Spumonia Day. I don't.
Spumoni.
Spumoni. Okay, is that right? Goddamn it. It's definitely Italian. Yes. So it is a layered Italian ice cream with cream, fruit, and nuts. And I thought authentic
Italian ice cream is so good. Oh.
And you're not supposed to use a spoon, supposedly. You have to slice it from what it says. So, there's more? What's going on today?
That's tomorrow.
Where's it going to take me? Where's it going to take me?
Oh, National Day. We did that.
Oh, so I guess Poets Day is also one. And National Aviation Week.
It's part of... Yeah.
And
a little bit more
it's
there.
Part of beautiful in your skin month. So, and love yourself for being in your thing. I think this is today, and if not, who cares? Child vision awareness.
So it's for the month of August, I guess, is what it is.
Okay. Yeah, it's months, is what it's saying. So, Child Vision Awareness Month. So, yes, if your child or children that you know, if they seem to be having a problem reading, maybe see if you can get them into an optometrist. So National Golf Month and
Trump.
Yeah, fuck Trump and his golf goddamn courses and shit. National Breastfeeding Month. So yes, please, if you can and you feel comfortable, please breastfeed first before you put in start doing the
Hello, Tiny.
The milk substitutes or whatever.
No, but
I believe you should breastfeed.
It's just about I think breastfeeding. Like I think if you've got the right formula, it doesn't really matter. But like
if you can breastfeed, that's the best.
There's a lot of studies that say that the substitutes don't have exactly all the antibodies that the human body will.
No,
and same thing with
won't.
Vaginal births. If you get a C-section, supposedly
there's a lot of difference.
Well, as someone who's used both, who's done
crutches,
both,
you dumbass, what do you do?
As someone who's done both,
have crutches?
my son, I had a C-section with him, but I didn't couldn't breastfeed him because you can still breastfeed after having a C-section. That has nothing to do with it.
I'm sorry if that seemed like I said that wrong.
Right. With my son, I could not make enough milk to feed him. And he had jaundice, so he was. What I was doing was expressing what I could and putting it into his formula, and then giving him that.
See,
eventually I had to go to straight formula.
Sure,
because I couldn't produce enough. Yeah.
The main thing, and I don't know because I'm not female and I'm never going to have kids and I'm never going to breastfeed, but to the best of my knowledge from doing the research that I've done is the antibodies that are in the breast milk help with it.
Right.
So even if you just give it to them in the beginning, then they're getting those certain antibodies that they need, which is hard for us to reproduce in the formulas. If they can reproduce those in formulas, I'm totally down. But that's the only little difference. And supposedly that's why certain allergies and certain things supposedly happen. But do we have enough research on that? I don't have that information.
No, so I will tell you the best thing about exclusively breastfeeding, you don't need to buy formula. You don't need to carry bottles around unless you can. Like my daughter would not use bottles. So it was just me or nothing. But if you can freeze it, put into bottles so daddy can feed him, whatever, right?
Sure.
Do that. Yeah. But if not, you're on the go, you're out and about. You don't need the bottle. You got the breast right there.
Yeah.
You know? Unless you have to carry.
Like breastfeeding in their vicinity while they're drinking their coffee.
So once again, if you have the options, I probably go with the natural version, but
my ex wanted to get back to work as soon as possible, so bottle feeding was just the easiest thing to do.
But if you can add in breast milk, then anyways, let's crack on. Thank you very much.
My daughter didn't want to drink breast milk.
Who doesn't want to drink breast milk? I'm just kidding. I'm always
down to suckle on a nipple. My daughter as a baby didn't want to, and that was actually really, really nice for me because I could feed my daughter.
See, that's what's cool.
But what we were saying and what Mama said is adding the breast milk into the formula or using breast milk to bottle feed. That's the bottle feeding is not the problem. It's using natural milks is from the human body. And the thing about having a wet nurse, if you use their milk, the antibodies aren't the same also because they hadn't gone through pregnancy, and it's the pregnancy thing that causes the body to
well, the wet nurse has to go through some sort of pregnancy to be able to lactate.
There are some people who are lactating constantly, but again, to the best of my knowledge, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, you do you, boo, because I can't say I'm a fucking dumbass fucking carny.
I believe the biggest benefit of breastfeeding is the bonding.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Thank you,
with the mom, but like that's not a necessary thing for everybody, but like in some cases that it and like they both have pros and cons. Like
they do. Everything has
you can use a bottle with breast milk, but then you have to then you got to basically milk your wife, you know.
Well, the other thing is if you like. I bottle fed my youngest stepsister when I was young, but she was breastfeeding off of her mom. But a lot of times what you do is you still want to hold them in a way that they're feeling like they're getting that bonding and you're holding them and stuff. But anyways, thank you, Stupidity, for the 5 memberships. Can somebody read off who the members are?
I will.
Please, and
we have a membership to Crashes, Yami Jackie, Pecan, Josette, and Reader of Pain. Welcome, new members.
Yeah, totally.
Wow, 2 people that are
Demon.
here.
Super glue, instant bond, job done. and we have to just do this. We have to do this before we do the other thing.
Yes.
Done. Okay, so for all the new members, if you are a new member, and here is your Thank you for becoming a new member. And I don't know if you know this, but that reflection off of the inside of or the outside of the mask is a flat Earth. Anyways,
oh, is it flat Earth? Okay, I figured it was Earth. But
just kidding, because it does look like one to me. But anyways. So cheers, bro. Salute, Solange, Skull. Thank you very much, Josette.
Thank you, Josette.
L'chaim, and then we'll put it on the bar.
You know what?
You always tap it on. Bedwood cut. You always tap it down to wake up your dead family members to give them recognition.
I got
so
you
they wake up in their graves. Yes, so thank you all. Let's see. Is there anybody who has said anything that?
Nothing so far. Just going through the different substitutes.
Substitute. Yeah, no. There's all kinds of different things of the mabobbers.
Different milk you can give your kids. Yeah.
But
your babies.
Totally toilet for sure. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. I have not looked at the.
What did you do? Why you're on crutches?
I don't.
That's why you messing around with crutches.
I'm already walking on crutches for 2 months now because I probably have a torn meniscus, and I will be sure next month when I finally can get an MRI scan.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! You gotta wait a fucking month for that?
No, you actually have to wait in the Netherlands nowadays for 8 weeks to get an MRI scan.
Jeez.
Wow.
Holy motherfucker!
Yeah, that's about typical.
What, do they only have one MRI machine in all of fucking where you live? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I get it. It's limited.
It's in the hospitals. It's. I'm on the waiting list, and I called last week, and they gave me the good news that there are about 58 people waiting in front of me for the next month.
So let's hope Let's hope a handful of them get sick. I mean, not, but I hope.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But
so
I still
depends on the MRI
one
they get
next
too.
month. But to get early, there's no chance.
Yeah.
Well, dang it.
And generally, MRIs go about 15-20 minutes. So
you know what I found? You know what I found out today by talking with somebody that I met at the bar. They said I don't have to take out my small little itty bitty dermals to go into an MRI machine for some reason. I don't know why these little dermals.
It depends on the metal. Like you say, if it doesn't register on.
See, I have titanium. Yeah. They wand it, right?
Oh yeah.
So
they wand it. They will
first.
ask you, do you have any metal in your body?
Yeah.
And then you can say at that time, you can say, yes, I have X, Y, and Z, and they'll go, okay.
And then
an
they
MRI scan is
check it first, right?
Yeah.
An MRI scan is mainly a very strong electromagnet.
Yeah.
Heavy.
So if it's diamagnet, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so
it's loud. And it's loud.
I think the ones that I have should be okay, but the magnets and the other things, I don't know. They have very, very small amount of metals in them, and I don't know 100% exactly.
It still may affect you.
And I have 2 magnets in my body. That's not gonna work in that shit. So I'm literally gonna have them fucking.
There's people that have like.
They have to remove it first.
Yeah, no, they're definitely gonna have to remove the
metal stents in their
or
body.
it will be removed in the MRI scan, but you don't.
Yeah,
want to see
I'd rather them just take it out by just cutting a slice in my finger and pulling it out. I'm cool with
my
that.
husband told me his dad was a mechanic all his life, and he had iron fibers just embedded in his fingers from working all that. He would never be able to do an MRI.
Dude, I have so much metal. I have so much metal in my hands from working around pewter and metal sculptures that I'm kind of scared. But you know what's really cool is we have new versions of them that aren't the highly magnetic that can start sonaring into the body, I guess is the best way to put it, right? And so hopefully there'll be new advancements in the near future, or that they become more prevalent. So I don't have to take out all of my motherfucking bullshit to, but I'm pretty sure that by the time that I figure out something's wrong, I'm probably going to be dead. because I don't go to hospitals. So it's probably going to be like, ow, that hurts way too much. And
for me, I think I first need to have my eyes checked, because like I've used an angle grinder pretty often without protection.
Yeah, you're around all that stuff. Yeah,
dude, I have pieces of grinding stuff in my eyeballs right now. Like I have all these.
Yes, Lynn, you with what you did with the grinder, it would be worth. Yeah.
Even some prison tattoos.
Yeah.
Well, they
do ask if you have tattoos, by the way. So
so what I've come to understand and what I've heard from research is if you have red inks from Japanese inks tattooed in your body, there may be metals in it. So my red tattoos, the ones that are Japanese ink or Japanese style, they may burn supposedly if I go into that as well. So I'm not gonna have a good day if I have to go through that process. So really quick, have we talked about the regrowing teeth drug on this stream?
I don't think maybe I recall something, but it's been a while.
So they have found well, that's why we're going over it, because a lot of us need regrowth in our teeth, even if some of us have dentures, and I know a bunch of us do. But like with me, it would be better for me not to lose more teeth if we could go through this process. So let's just go over this right quick.
We talked about the person that actually had his whole mouth full of teeth.
Right.
Also behind his teeth and everything, but not this.
Yeah. I think we haven't gone over this exact simile yet. So here's a drug to regrow teeth that should be on the market by 2030. So if you can wait 6 more years, then hopefully we can start regrowing teeth.
And that's if it gets approved after in 2030.
Well, that's why they're thinking that it's going to take that long, because you need that much research done through the FDA and whatever other things there are around the world. I don't know what the...
Just make sure just try it in America first, because there they don't care about safety of people. So as long as they can make money.
Well, that's what. Anyways,
that gets approved.
You might get a president back that wants to inject bleach. So.
Yeah, no, just stick a UV light stick up your asshole to get rid of COVID. That's totally how that works. Anyways,
allegedly.
All right, this is pretty cool. Something I'm sure.
Yeah, and we're not disinforming. Do not do any of those things we said. Do not inject bleach. That's fucking a death sentence. And putting a light tube up your butt is probably going to hurt more than not doing that. Although I do know that there's glowing dildos, and putting them up your butt isn't bad, but they're not UV lights. They're LED lights that like we talked about Bad Dragon before. But anyways, let's track on.
Is going to put a smile on a lot of people. It's literally a drug to help regrow teeth is about to start human trial.
Go ahead, right quick.
About this emergency and everything. What happened to the in Minecraft stamp I made for you?
When did you send that to me?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Okay. It's still there, and I was.
And he'll probably have to search his DMs. My
brain doesn't always work with that. And anyways, let's crack on.
Japanese researchers are going to be using this drug on.
So Japanese researchers doing this, but they're going to try to start it in America.
30 men who are missing at least 1 molar. The IV treatment suppresses a protein which prevents teeth from regrowing. They've tested it on rats and ferrets. They found no notable side effects. So here we go. Think about the impact that this may have. More than 150 million Americans have at least 1 tooth missing.
At least
Almost
one.
40 million Americans have no teeth at all. Joining us now.
Can you imagine that? Just take in those numbers. 40 million Americans have no teeth at all.
Yep, and they can't afford to get dealt with.
Remember what you said
that's the
before
problem.
the stream about the British?
I know, brother. And again, I was joking, and that's why we said that as a joke.
I know.
Because the world always jokes about the British having fucking horrible teeth. But Well, the main reason why 40 million Americans have no teeth is because what they did is they had a couple rotten teeth and they busted out all their teeth and they just gave them fucking dentures, just like they did with my ex, and a couple other people. It wasn't that they had all rotten teeth; it was that they had a couple. And the easiest thing to do in the Americas was to just give you a fucking set of top or bottom fucking teeth in that. And a lot of people either have a top or a bottom, but now they're saying 40 million Americans have no teeth at all in their motherfucking face, and that's insane, because like we should be better at that, or we should have figured out a way to. But when you're pushing Coca-Cola and sodas and other things in our gullets constantly, McDonald's and all the other fast foods, that's what's gonna fucking happen. Your teeth are gonna rot at your fucking face. If
that though, and if you're you don't have good dental hygiene, your teeth, doesn't matter if you can eat healthy, your teeth are going to fall, your teeth are going to, you're going to lose some teeth.
Yeah, no,
so it's all on you, what you eat, but it's all on you for not having good dental hygiene.
It's even, you can even overbrush. You can even overbrush your teeth and damage them that way.
Some people don't make enough saliva. You know, and so they might have a
dry mouth. Dry mouth is the thing. Go ahead, go ahead, Captain.
For example, my daughter and I have these a condition that we have this tooth stone very quickly, but I never had a normal cavity. I had one inside out. That's why I'm missing one molar extra. It was, but that was due to a rare disease. From the outside, I never had any cavities. Ever. Yeah. And I'm almost 50.
I've had 5 teeth removes, and 4 of them are molars because my jaw wasn't large enough and it was causing them to do weird things and abscess in my face. So I had those 4 taken out, but I had the other one taken out that's a molar because I was trying to learn how to open up beer bottles with my fucking teeth, and I'm a dumbass, and I fucking busted out one of my teeth, and then it had to be taken out. But anyways, let's try.
I had my wisdom teeth taken out. But that was because they were pushing all my other teeth together. And
that's why I had
a fucking bomber gone off in a fucking graveyard.
Yeah. Okay, let's crack on a little bit more with this and have.
A reconstructive and cosmetic dent.
No, I miss one of my teeth is because there never came an adult tooth, so that was just still my baby teeth. That was there. And one I had a cavity, but like they didn't repair it well, and it split, so they had to take it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Dentist. Good morning to you. Is this a game changer?
It absolutely is. We've been asked for a long time by our patients, when are they going to start to regrow teeth? And now it's starting to finally come to light. I think that what's going to happen is just going to really progress dentistry even further. Like you said, there's so many people missing teeth, whether it's from medications or bone loss or disease. This really changes the way that we as dentists will look at how we do dentistry.
Tell me.
And hopefully you're not going to just start knocking out motherfuckers' teeth and giving them fucking full, whatever's veneer. Well, not veneers, because veneers is a replacement of a one tooth and not a whole denture. But anyways,
veneers just the covering the teeth?
Like
a front cover.
Yeah, I have veneers on some of my teeth, and then I have missing veneer.
Crowns are where you replace the tooth.
Yeah, and so the black spots on my the black spots on my fang teeth are not actually rotted out. What it is the veneer turned a darker brown or a brown because I smoke. So I just have to have the veneer put back on. Like I'm not missing parts of my teeth down here. It's the veneer turned because it was not porcelain. It was a fucking a resin filler or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I smoke, they turned brown after being stained. So it's really the stains on my teeth. So I really honestly don't have I mean, my teeth are fucking yellow, but the brown spots aren't.
What I love too is people that get their teeth whitened. Our teeth are not supposed to be white like that.
No,
no,
they're meant to be slightly yellow.
Slightly yellow, various shades of yellows. They're not supposed to be completely white.
If you look at ivory and like real ivory on the horns of animals, they start turning yellow after a certain point, and that's the natural process of what's happening. So when you get an ivory, what they're doing is they're shaving it off down to back to being white again, and then they're using it for, well, they don't do it anymore because it's illegal as fuck, but the keys of pianos and then the scrimshaw and all the other fucking things that they used to do with ivory. But again, the actual, like if you look at elephants' tusks and teeth and the other ivory things like on rhinos and things, they start yellowing because that's the natural process of that. Thank you very much for liking my mouth. I hope that it's not, but it's really hard for y'all to see them up close when I'm on a camera like this. But thank you. So here we blow. I'm almost positive we did not go over this, and if we did, well, butt fuck it.
I don't recall this story, but I recall something else similar.
I don't remember if we went over the spinning around glacier.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I feel like we did, but anyways,
yeah.
I would maybe mute while it's doing the music until we.
I'm pretty sure we did go over this.
Yeah, we don't want to get. You don't want to get DMCA'd.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So we'll stop it for a second and then.
Is currently stuck effectively in this cylinder of water that sits in the.
So this is a glacier, and it keeps spinning in the same spot.
Southern part of the Southern Ocean.
Oh, like a little vortex.
It's had an incredibly interesting history. Because what we expected for it to happen was that it would get pushed out of the Weddell Sea.
Yeah, we just thought that they thought it would just float out, but here is why this is happening.
Pushed to the north into the circumpolar current, and then very rapidly melt out. What's happened is that this iceberg has effectively got stuck over this region of underwater mountains. We know
there's underwater mountains that it's stuck on top of because it makes a vortex that it's going to hold
the vortex. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
What's instead happened is that it's got stuck in this kind of stagnant column of water, which we call a Taylor column, and it's just very gently rotating there, moving around about 15 degrees every day. And what we really don't understand is how long it's going to get stuck there. We know that many of the ice shelves.
Oh, this is the one that I didn't have the fucking visual of what's happening under it.
Particularly in the West Antarctic, around the Bellingshausen and Amundsen seas. We know that many of them are thinning in response to increasing ocean temperatures.
So what's happening is there's an underwater mountain. And because it's a glacier, it has its own point at the bottom. Like when you look at a glacier, only like 10 to 20% of it is above water. The rest of it is
like 10%. Yeah.
And so what there is there's an underwater mountain that's like this, and then it's glaciers on top of it, and it's spinning around on top of the mountain like this.
Well, like a gravitational thing.
Water. I don't honestly like. I'm too stupid to know exactly
what they said.
You are talking about ground currents.
There's multiple mountains, and that makes the water. Yeah.
Yeah, and really quick, go ahead.
Maybe let the expert talk about water.
Yeah, go ahead. Right.
You are talking about ground currents. The same thing actually happens to Plastic Island on the Pacific. The plastic island is also constantly circling in the same region, and all the plastic is gathering there because the ground currents is actually circulating in that area because of underwater mountains.
And I'm going to keep fighting you on this, Brainless. They are islands. Just because they're not tethered down to a thingy, but they're still walkable. And I know. But what else are we going to call them? So anyways,
there's no walkable island.
Drifting islands is a good term for it.
But Brainless is not convinced they're called that they are islands, even though it doesn't matter. I just wanted to poke that.
but
Brainland and
it's
Brainland.
drifting islands.
Video that I posted?
There's pieces of solids that are not connected to the mainland. Is an island, a drifting island.
Yes, a drifting island. Oh,
Traffic island isn't made out of fucking traffic, Brainless.
Anyways, let's not get into that. Just like what's a sandwich and all the other silly things, like what's in chili and stuff. Those things that we all fucking argue with. So,
or the Guam thing.
So is a taco a sandwich? I love doing that to Mango.
Oh.
Anyways, here's something interesting, and like I'm up in the air about this, but here we blow.
We blow it what? You first need to share the screen before we can see it, you dumbass.
Son of a bitch. God damn it, son of a bitch.
Come on, Slim, you have one job. Jeez.
Yeah, I have one. Exactly. All right, here we go. Let's crack on. Sorry.
Can decide for themselves.
In this part of Iceland is one of the world's most active volcanic hotspots. Krafla has erupted 30 times in 1,000 years and last blew in the 1980s.
It blew who in the 1980s? Never mind. Sorry.
Though it may sound crazy,
Come on,
scientists are now preparing to drill into it.
The idea is
drill, baby, drill. I'm sorry.
to learn more about how volcanoes behave so that we can better predict eruptions and also tap into a super hot source of energy.
Volcanoes
imagine
can
how
be
much fucking
spectacular,
energy.
but they're
Geothermal,
also devastating. Around the world, millions.
It's almost nuclear, even though it's not. But like, there's a lot of energy that's going in.
There's a lot of
through
energy
these
coming from it,
systems,
for
you know?
sure.
And so, if they can figure this out, this would be amazing. But I'm a little scared about people like over drilling them, and then we have like weirder explosions. But let's get into what they say. Again, I'm the idiot, and I don't know because I'm not a fucking scientist.
Millions of people live close to them. Here in Iceland, residents of Grindavik have had their lives upended by a string of eruptions. But researchers here hope their work will change that, helping to save lives and money, while also pioneering
Hey, Trucker.
a form
Hello.
of volcano power.
Hey, everybody.
40 wells spread around the geothermal.
Good. Okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this.
Field, producing a mixture of hot water and steam.
This plant supplies electricity to about 30,000 homes. Soon after it began operations 5 decades ago, Krafla began to wake up again.
We started to have volcanic eruption only 2 kilometers away from where we are standing now. This was a very strong indication about where the heat was coming from.
Using those new clues, scientists began drilling in this spot, where in 2009 they stumbled
Beware of
across an
copyright,
extraordinary
We copyrighted already?
No, I said be aware of copyright. It's BBC.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so anyways, they're drilling holes in goddamn motherfucking volcanoes, and like, woo. Okay,
This is a geothermal type.
Yeah.
Energy production.
Volcanoes.
I mean, we just recently had in Yellowstone that a little what do they call it? One of the geysers in one area had like a geothermal go and just erupt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
was like
hydrothermal vents are a good potential source of energy.
They're
But
hot.
we have to be careful.
They're
when you
hot.
harness things with that much pressure. and
That's what
heat,
I'm.
we
that's what
don't
I was
have a
saying.
lot of engineering to handle it.
No,
It's
that's
a
what I'm
very,
saying. Like
very
if
dangerous
we get overloaded or something happens to where like there's an overwhelming amount of blah happening, it could explode a bunch of things. So that's why I'm saying like it seems cool, but I'm a little sus about it, and like it's kind of scurry. They've been doing it for 5 years, and it's been there doesn't seem to be very many complications. But anyways, let's crack on to the next subject, which is
Iceland volcanoes about 10 years ago grounded most aircraft in fucking Europe.
Yeah.
I remember that with the ash.
Yeah.
The
ash
Iceland
fallout
one that
and stuff,
erupted.
yeah.
I mean, air traffic was stopped for a bit.
Yeah, it affected the northern
the
hemisphere
unnameable-
tremendously.
Yeah.
The unpronounceable volcano.
The unpronounceable volcano
Well,
name. Yeah.
we shouldn't let the Icelandics name everything because otherwise our tongues will fall out of our
Shouldn't
mouths.
let
But
them name it.
Exactly.
they're
Same with the
lovely.
Welsh.
They're lovely people.
Same with the
though.
Welsh. Just saying.
They're lovely. Yeah, the Welsh, and I think they're the same people, just in different continents. I want to go to Iceland very much to check it out. It looks beautiful.
So
We
let's
have
crack
to
on
because-
to the apocalypse fish that reappeared.
Imagine
wow.
being in the water and stumbling upon a massive and rare 12-foot sea creature. That's what happened to a group of snorkelers and kayakers at La Jolla Cove. What do you think?
That's long.
Yeah.
And this is where I grew up. Was
Oh,
PB
yeah.
is just south. PB where I grew up is just south of this. But I was on this beach most of my life, La Jolla.
Oh my goodness, that's the biggest
Oh.
fish I've ever seen. It looks like an eel.
That's insane.
Beachgoers couldn't believe their eyes.
Oh, it's as long as a surfboard. I could
Is
feed
it
you
an
for like a whole
oarfish?
2 months.
This deep sea fish is incredibly rare to find.
That kind of looks like a sea serpent. It's probably what is responsible for historic sea serpent myths.
Scripps Institution of Oceanography
That's
says
cool,
this is
though.
only the 20th oarfish to wash up in
It's an oarfish.
Oarfish. Yes.
California
I knew
since
it'd be an
1901.
Okay.
And supposedly these things only appear right before a natural disaster. But
Like a
We covered a
tsunami or
story in
something.
1996 when Navy SEALs found a 23-foot oarfish washed up in Coronado.
The fish was that big. How big?
That
it took
big.
15 sailors to hold it.
The mysterious creature
it took 15 seamen to hold it. Sorry.
can reach up to around 30 feet in length. It's known in some areas of the world as the doomsday fish.
Oh, that's what it is. The doomsday fish. And they only appear supposedly
Doomsday.
right before a catastrophe happens.
And has a mythical reputation to predict natural disasters.
They wash up on the beach either before or after, depending on who you talk to, earthquake or major earthquake or a tsunami.
Yeah.
And this has been centuries in Japanese mythology and folk.
Yeah, they have claimed that. All right, so
But how do
Let's
they
go ahead
taste when
and-
they've been battered and served with chips?
Right.
horrible, supposedly.
That is the most important question.
This is
So they literally die and then wash up on the shore. They're not alive when they find
so
them.
so like a precursor to
yeah, no, yeah,
a tsunami or like which is
tsunami
often
or
an
an
earthquake,
earthquake
or
offshore
something,
earthquake causes a tsunami. I think like the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
sort of
well,
makes
course,
sense.
yeah,
They
no,
might be
Yeah.
they might be susceptible to that.
Yeah. Right.
And maybe
Okay,
do
so
they? We don't know their habitat. Maybe it's near that.
well,
fault
they're deep sea creatures for sure.
Yeah.
They're definitely hella far down, like in the Mariana Trench and shit like that. But anyways,
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the poll. If you've not voted in the poll, fucking do it right now.
I don't
Otherwise-
have the energy to get over there and do that.
That would explain
Otherwise-
why the Japanese name them. So they're pretty much in the Pacific then.
Yes.
You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
totally. And that's why they're found off of the San Diego coast.
Yeah, they're in the
Yeah.
Pacific Rim, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Where
the
the currents-
specific,
the currents
the
and everything
specific
bring them
rim.
Mm.
Yeah.
And when I rim you, it's specifically. Never mind. Sorry. Anyways.
Okay,
so,
that's a.
Where
It may not be related.
Where light driven bullet is number 1. Cow fartless feed is number 2. Magnetic cars is 3, and supercharged silk is the 4th. So we're gonna end the poll right now, and so go ahead, rain this, and you know what to do. So we're gonna go with the light driven bullet first.
Oh, light.
Hell yeah. I had to
Alright.
vote for that.
For the photon cannon.
And no, it's a gel that they can. And anyways, let's crack on.
Check it
because
out.
I can't
Tell me what you
explain
got,
it enough
bitch.
until I get to it. So give me just a
But that's
millisecond.
what
I
we
gotta
got
open up
videos
the right
for, right?
thing. Unfortunately, there's not a video of it because Japan has not shown us a video of it, but it has been something that they're claiming.
Ah, a robot bullet. Okay.
Share instead.
You're still, yeah. Okay.
Come on. You can do it.
Light
You can
driving
do it. You can
system.
load all the fucking goddamn ads, you asshole. So, anyways, China's robot with light. God damn it! I knew that was gonna happen.
I hate that when they do that.
I know, and I can't
Or you
use
pick up-
the ad blocker because they won't let us see it if I use one. So.
Slim, I've seen a video that explains a bit about that. I'll send you that. It might be useful.
Maybe a better thing
You
to
might
look
have
at.
to use. I believe
This is
so.
like a written article.
If you use Opera or Firefox or something, there's a function that works very well. So.
Okay, well, I'll look into that later for sure. So, anyways, a China's robot with a light-driven system can be used like a bullet to transform ballistics. A powerful amplification strategy provides the basis for propulsive motion to advance the capabilities of miniaturized soft robotic system. So originally they were not looking at it as a projectile. But then when they did these tests, they were like, oh my Jesus Christ, this does this weird thing, which is a team of researchers led by the Chinese scientists that developed a light-driven launch system for tiny robots. The new development is expected to transform ballistics and aerospace industry. So really, they're trying to like launch things into aerospace or using it to launch things. Not to make it a ballistic per se, but then when they started doing this, they figured out that it technically could be. So anyways, the light-driven hydrocell launcher. So it's a hydrogel, a little itty-bitty little fucking bead that they're fucking launching. Is inspired by the squirting cucumber plant. So when the cucumber plant tries to procreate, it actually squirts out their cells to
Me too, cucumber plant.
To procreate, right? So, well, we're talking about squirting on a cucumber is completely different, brainless. Anyways, it's claimed to release an energy in only 0.3 milliseconds. The launcher can take off from any kind of surface. So, I mean, you can totally just like suction cup that down while you're in the shower. Never mind that. That's something. But anyways,
I think you're going on a bit of a tangent there, Slim, but I think we get where this is going.
I'm trying to make this is
this is like a way of ballistic missile like would be steerable. Like you could redirect it and instead of like
there's no redirection once you send it into.
Oh, it's only the initial propulsion. There's no steering after the fact.
Because it's a hydrogel little bead. If you fling it, it's going to go exactly where you flung it. So researchers claimed that the engineered accumulated strain. When you flip, well, that's flicking a bean. That's different when you do with your partner. But anyways, accumulated strain energy fractured power amplification. Jesus Christ, that was hard to say. Method is inspired by the pressurized fluid squirting mechanism by the cucumber plant. And I'm not even going to try to say that goddamn fucking name.
That's just the Latin name for it. It's fine.
Yeah, no, totally. And once again, we all don't need to know names and stuff because that's not what we're here for. We're here to get rid of that ad. Oh, anyways, let's see if it actually gets me to where I was asking it to go. Yes. So, photothermal response. Published in the journal Nature, researchers realized a light-driven hydrogel launcher that harnesses fast liquid vaporization triggered by the photothermal response of an embedded graphene suspense. What the fuck?
Ooh.
Anyways, is
You did it,
that
though.
vaporization leading to leading to appropriate elastic energy stored within the surrounding hydrogel network, followed by the rapid elastic energy release within 0.3 milliseconds. I think is that what we
That's milliseconds,
I think is what we said. Yes.
Yeah.
They're calling them soft hydrogel robot, which achieves controlled launching at a high velocity with a predictable trajectory. So they can predict where the trajectory is going, but they can't change it once they've shot it off.
What is the use of this thing?
Well, they were trying to do this to put things into aerospace, to launch things in aerospace, or use them in aerospace. But then they found out that they can do these things, which is the study claims the robotic tasks are required for the robust propulsion systems abilities, such as jumping, ejecting, or catapulting, required power amplification strategies where kinetic energy is generated from pre-stored energy. To solve this issue, researchers introduced a game-changing method, which is causing this to be a launcher that can travel the distance of 643 times its own body height and could even be potentially used as a soft bullet. But right now, they're trying to use this for aerospace. It's a smart seeding agricultural robot or a medical robot for deep tissue
That's
sampling.
what I was thinking. Yeah, agriculture and stuff like that. You can water stuff.
Yeah. So the small disc-shaped launcher has a diameter of just 7 millimeters or 0.27 inches. The thickness of it is 3 millimeters, but it can travel more than 1.93 meters vertically. Sorry.
Vertically.
So literally, it's. I think we all got this right. And if you don't know what if you don't know what a squirting cucumber is, look that motherfucking shit up because that's fucking crazy.
Didn't Steve-O masturbate one off and
Oh my god,
Jackass?
I honestly don't know if that happened, but I have seen the videos of.
It's just a way of, like I said, it's just a way that the cucumber reproduces.
Yeah. Instead of letting off pollen, it squirts stuff into the air and makes an aerosol kind of out of it. All right, come on, computer. All right. So the next thingamabobber is the cow fartless feed. Okay, that's great.
What is
then
the
I can put on the video, and I don't have to talk as much.
Oh, but it's I would guess that all the cow feed or all the animal feed is cow fart free. So I'm pretty sure they don't put cow farts into it.
No,
Sorry.
So the cows don't fart as much, right?
I know.
I think
I'm just being an ass.
Yeah. And I thought this
I'm
would
just
be
being an ass.
It's a big
And I thought
global
this would-
warming thing, isn't it? With methane from
Yeah,
cows.
no, it's definitely climate change, whatever. But this again, like I said earlier, this has been going on for about a year now, and they have actually the data that's proving that this has been working.
You know what gets me with the poor cows get all the blame for putting the methane in the air when there's so many other animals that put methane in the air. And
it's so many other things. It's large corporations and other things.
Well, and we're
I'm
the
just saying is
ones.
there's so many other animals besides cows on the planet.
It's true. Yeah.
Well,
humans.
And then there's airplanes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. We are industrialized.
Hold on. Go ahead, Tiny.
Excuse me.
The funny part is about the whole methane thing about the farts of animals is that the dangerous is created when it's the manure is produced into Biofuel.
Yes. Yeah. And once again, what the
Killing the planet.
yeah. And then right quick once again, this can be used on all types of farm animals. They're just using it on cows right now. So goats and other things, they may be able to like start feeding them. And this is not the problem, obviously. It's fucking all the other fucking corporations and all the other fucking things that are doing this. But at least people are trying. I mean, that's what we're going for, at least.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's really interesting to hear this, and that's why we're going over it as well.
If you got this, then you can prove that the animals are not the problem.
Are not sure, totally, brother.
And once you have that, and like you can put the focus on the real problem. See, like they're not farting anymore. So here.
Well, and I feel like this is a better feed anyways, what we're going to talk about, because I think this is a way that like you can get this stuff easier and it's less cost effective of what they're feeding them now. I think it's easier to farm these. Yes, Al, we can hear you. But let's crack on to what this is.
Listen, farts and burps are never pretty. But cows,
what are you talking about? I love farts, but
have gotten a bad rap because their methane-rich gas has been shown to greatly contribute to climate change.
I don't know about it greatly, but anyways, we're gonna crack on and let's just get on to the fucking science.
But don't worry, bovine
we
friends.
know.
Some scientists in Northern Ireland are doing their best to reduce methane emissions by what is put in cattle feed. Seaweed.
And then once again, like this is a sheep. That's not a cat. That's cattle. What they said, cattle.
Well, it's cattle could be a very generic term, but I think
that's what I'm saying.
We usually think of it.
This is a sheep's.
It's industrialized livestock is what they mean, right? And
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. And the only reason I said cow fartless thing is just because it seemed a better to say than cow.
And that's kind of what we think of in North America. I think, like when we bovine, industrialized bovine raising is kind of the go-to. That's what you see out in the fields with.
Yeah.
But pigs
and I didn't want to put bovine because that's so many fucking letters, and cow is the easier fucking version.
Yeah, well,
but anyways,
I don't want you to wear out your keyboard there, Slim.
Yeah, well,
well, they only let me put so many.
Call it cow farts, right?
They only let me put then they only let me put in so many fucking letters in different things. So cow is the shortest thing that I could fucking do for the title. And
Trust Alphabet Corporation to put a limit on how many letters you can use.
Let's crack on. And I'm more worried about how they put the fucking numbers on these fucking sheep than I am. Anyways.
Additives can reduce methane substantially in ruminants. In particular, the red seaweed has been shown to reduce methane.
So red seaweed
by 80%.
Seaweed has been tested to see if it can make a difference in the methane gas let out by ruminants, the group of mammals that includes cattle.
So
why don't we feed them grasses that they naturally encounter, rather than how many times do you see a cow eating in the ocean? This is weird.
Well,
there are terrestrial grasses, but the problem is we feed them corn and grains and things they're not meant to eat.
Yeah.
They should be terrestrial grasses.
Hold on. No. In the Americas, there are huge fields. I have a field right behind me where there are cows and they're eating the grass most of the time. Yes, they bring out the buckets of other things, but they are eating the natural grasses that are growing here naturally with other things. But this is awesome because for some reason it's causing their digestive system to not burp out things and or fart out things because it's digesting properly. And yes, of course, it's fucking weird, but this is what we need to do. And thank you for burping brainless.
Deer, goats, and giraffes. Sharon Hughes.
So deers, goats, and giraffes, and there's a handful of other ones as well.
Are giraffes ruminants?
Yeah. They're actually like a horse almost.
I believe. Are those ones with the 4 stomachs? Then I'm not sure.
Yeah, but horses don't have that. Horses have a different stomach.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But you were worried about the numbers on the sheep that are spray painted on their back.
I know. It's natural. I know.
Maybe you have to ask our dear friend who thinks he figured out the whole world, Blessoid, because he's a spray painter. You must know.
But you want to talk to Keith about that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, no, just ask...
Professor of Animal Science and Microbiology at Queen's University, Belfast, says adding seaweed to animal feed can reduce the release of methane without reducing the size of the herds.
What we are trying to get to by 2030 is to actually reduce methane by 30% from ruminants.
There are reportedly about 1 billion cows in the world, and according to a study out of Washington State University and Colorado State University, each head of livestock can produce between 250 and 500 liters of methane per day.
We're in a climate emergency.
I still really want to see the things they hook up to their arseholes to find out how much fucking methane they're. Anyways.
I'm sure you can buy that online there. So
adding local seaweed.
Yeah, but is that for that reason? Because I usually put them up my. Never mind.
Remember to use the proper lubricants.
The way that they probably measured the overall methane output in a room.
Yeah,
you could probably measure it in a
system. Yeah, no, I know.
Somewhere,
Just divide by the number of cattle in an enclosed space. But you'd have to vent
already
it.
proven effective in Australia, where a 2020 study showed replacing 3% of a cow's diet with a native Australian seaweed decreased the methane production by 80%.
So just 3% of their diet has changed. Only 3% of their diet has changed.
Professor Hughes,
and then supposedly 80%.
That's a lot.
So she believes
that's what I'm saying.
The UK study will show at least a 30% reduction.
And you want to know what's awesome about this as well? See what they're doing right now is they're taking this out of the ocean because it's clogging up the ocean, the coasts. So now they can take this stuff that's technically waste. They're technically taking stuff like waste. Go ahead, Tiny.
Seaweed isn't waste, but with taking out seaweed, they're taking out a lot of waste that is getting stuck between it as well.
Sure. But also, it does clog up certain things once it dies and it surfaces. But anyways, it's something that they can do, which is just a natural resource. It's just a natural thing that's happening.
If we clean it off of beaches where they want to clear the waters for swimming and stuff, it's probably something that they're already managing anyway, just for tourism, etc. Right? So.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And
is
it's
if it's already washing up on the beaches, they're gonna throw it away.
Seaweed.
Well, we haven't. I never heard that. I never heard of that. But
anyway, you could compost it and make it into fertilizer and stuff.
Sure. But if we're already taking it. Yeah, and there's seaweed dishes. I mean, how do you eat your fucking sushi? Sushi is wrapped in a seaweed. But anyways, let's crack on.
Reduction in methane, but is hoping to see more.
We have to solve climate change. We cannot keep on going in the direction that.
We definitely know that.
We're never going to solve it, but we can.
No, but we need to start slowing it.
We can slow it down.
Manage it better than we are.
I've said before, there's people out there that think they can actually reverse it and stop it, and you can probably slow it down, but you're never going to stop it.
No,
you might as well try to steer it.
Climate change is not just human based.
What's the magnetic car?
No, most definitely.
And what I said before, the climate change isn't the cows farting and the animals farting.
No.
The biggest problem is making biofuel from it.
Yeah, no. If we could stick fucking anyways, totally. And that's what we're trying to get to eventually, and whatever. Yeah. You're taking over 500 head. I hope you're talking about
talking. She said she's talking about the operation being at 500 head. Not that she's taking it over.
I thought
and
you were like
hi, Carrie, by the way.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's crack on with our magnetic cars.
Mobility, as we know it, may be on the brink of an unprecedented revolution. Currently, our vehicles rely on engines and batteries to move, constantly facing the challenges of friction and gravity, which consume a large part of the energy. However, Japan has presented an innovative solution that could change the game: magnetic levitation for cars. A team of researchers from the Quantum Machines Unit at the...
And once again, this is a theory.
Yeah, I remember this theory when I was a child.
Well, but they've actually
been around
come
for a long time. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right,
but they've actually come closer to getting it to be a thing.
There's something realistic. Yeah.
Once again, this is one of those
I
things
actually
that is
had-
still.
I actually heard, because of there's a great theory about the opposite, what they do. Protective bumpers to have the same poles of magnets inside the bumpers.
Yeah.
So they cannot actually touch each other.
Yeah.
It's an interesting concept.
That was the thing about self-driving cars. At some point in time, they were thinking that, but this is actually in the somewhere else. And let's crack on.
This would be like a maglev
Science and
type
Technology,
scenario.
OAS, has developed a track that allows magnetic levitation without the need for constant external energy. This technological advancement promises to eliminate the dependence on batteries and engines in transportation, at least during vehicle movement. For a car to float over the surface of this track, energy is only needed at the start to generate the initial magnetic field. Once created, the magnetic field keeps the car levitating, allowing it to move without the need for additional energy.
And they're showing flying cars, but that's not what the technology is. The technology is it's inside the wheels, and they still have a wheel-based thing.
How do you stop it?
Magnetic levitation.
Well, it's still there's a
How do
brake
you
system.
steer it?
There's
How
still
do
a-
you
there's
stop
still- well,
it?
it's still the way that a car works. It's just once the spinning of the levitation starts, then supposedly while the car's running, these things will keep spinning. But again, you're jumping the gun, Al, just like you always do. Let's
I
crack
always-
on to the.
If I didn't jump the gun, I'd never get
They
anywhere.
designed a
I know.
track. They were
or
talking about
maglev,
a track.
causes
so-
objects
Yeah,
like
that's
cars to levitate a few centimeters.
Well, they're saying on a track, which means when it's on the road, and they said it weird because they were only putting on a track that they're practicing it on, or they're trying it on
above a special track.
So it's a closed-in fucking track and not on the streets yet.
It's not
This
just
phenomenon
asphalt,
eliminates
obviously.
friction, allowing vehicles to move without the need for batteries, engines, or other mechanical or electrical.
This graphic
propulsion
makes no sense at all.
For this, cars must be constructed.
It's showing the northern and southern poles.
Yeah, it's showing the magnetic polarity of
But I don't know why
the
we're
Earth,
talking
but it doesn't
about
apply to
goddamn-
this. Like,
Well, that's what I'm getting at. So,
Yeah.
brainless.
I'd like to
brainless,
see how the
brainless,
track works.
Yeah,
brainless.
I'm going into my settings.
Hey, Skits, how are you?
There we
man?
go. So we have our
Good to
sponsor
see
here.
you.
So
You
let's
just
go ahead.
Can you roll that tape?
Oh,
Skits Crash is like
I just
brain-
put my
like
cat down.
brain, isn't he?
And Skits comes in.
Poor pussy, poor pussy.
Maybe
Anyways,
Skits needs some Tylenol now.
welcome, Skits. But yes, this is kind of redundant to show this. But anyways,
with diamagnetic materials. The magnets located along the track generate an intense magnetic field that makes the car float. The energy required to create this magnetic field is needed only at the start, allowing efficient and continuous movement without further energy consumption. A well-known example of the application of magnetic levitation is the maglev train, which uses powerful superconducting electromagnets to propel itself without engines or batteries. However, these trains need a constant energy source to maintain the magnetic field. In contrast, OIST's innovation improves this method by requiring energy only to start the levitation process. Scientists used powdered graphite, a crystallized carbon material mixed with wax, to create a paste that converts into a plate. Under this plate, several magnets are arranged in a continuous grid, producing a magnetic field strong enough to achieve levitation. This advance suggests a future where transportation is more efficient. eliminating friction and
I don't know what scale they've done this to, and that's why, again, it's in the experimental phase.
This video is just. I just want to point out that they're showing a bunch of like generic magnetic stuff.
Yeah,
they're not
because
actually
that's
showing
the only-
anything to do with their actual. Like,
Well, but that's
like
the
they're not
only way
showing their proof of concept here.
No, I know.
It's like a lot of talking. Right?
And they're only showing
This does
fucking
look more like one of those.
they're only showing fucking stock video they found.
That's what I
So,
mean.
of
Like
course,
it's
they
not.
couldn't.
It
But
feels very much
this
like
is-
they're not
Yeah,
sharing.
it-
Like
but-
when you
no,
see
but
like
hold
those
on.
Boston Dynamics guys, they'll show like
an
an actual
AI.
robot that works, and this
Well,
seems
and the
like
other
a
thing-
little
Yeah,
more
but this,
sus,
this,
right?
this feels like one of those like one of those AI videos.
No, this is
that
from
just
a
ripped
real
from someone else or
No. They definitely like are reading off of another news article, but this is a news thing. But anyways, let's crack on. They're doing this though to make the
Thank you, Skitsy boy.
person who doesn't understand these concepts to semi-understand it,
Hey,
because
Tiny,
most humans
you just
don't.
became a member.
Oh, I became a member again. Okay.
Nice.
Didn't notice.
Thank you,
Welcome.
System Crasher. So, will you please let us know who became a member?
Welcome to being a swollen member.
Thank you, Skits.
I need somebody else to. I accidentally closed out the.
That is
chat.
Tsunami. That is What the Bag. Beach 8. And our wonderful tiny captain. And
Hello there.
Trev Former. T.O. Trev
A
Former.
bunch of
T.O.
a bunch of lovely people.
That's all T.O. is.
Where did the board go?
Did you drop Slim? The Slim.
So
Slim
according
slipped
to
her back.
Wikipedia,
yeah,
Japan has a maglev line under construction
For trains though, like on a track.
for
right?
trains.
Yeah, like
so
this
if they can do it for
for
trains, they're working on it for cars, right?
yeah. There's a lot of the things that like rubber wheeled vehicles
it's a different
rely upon for motivation and
Yeah.
stopping and steering are like require that friction. It does make
Mhm.
sense for trains, right? But there's something about this that is just making me feel like they're a little off. And I'm gonna answer Skits and say, I am getting mildly better. It's just a very slow process. But thank you, Skits, for checking in. And I want to thank everybody. I've had lots of well wishers and inquiries, and I am finally on the mend. It's just a very slow process. It's
Slow process.
I've been
but at least
13
you're on
days in the
that.
hospital, and my doctor said it's
can hear
still a
that,
few
like-
more. But my voice is coming back, and my
That's
breathing
good
is
to go.
improving. Yeah, it's just been a long time in here. So, thank you.
Ah, there's the count.
I have no
We
idea.
got him back.
I have no idea what happened. If my fucking I got yeeted. So
All
anyways,
right.
we're back now. So let's crack.
Who's back? Back again.
Back again.
Never happened. Come on, let's keep going.
Back to the magnets.
Although promising, the experimental prototype of this technology still faces several challenges before being
Yeah, it's a prototype, and again, weight is the thing.
implemented on a large scale.
Yeah, a
First,
large scale.
It is necessary to reduce kinetic energy at the surface level to allow movement into the quantum domain to cool down. This reduction is crucial to increasing self-sufficiency and sensitivity at larger scales. Another significant challenge is vortex damping. Oscillating systems tend to lose energy due to external forces over time.
Okay, hold on. Does anyone else feel like Austin Whitsitt wrote this fucking script?
A lot of word salad, yeah.
It's making.
They're tossing out a lot.
No, it
They're
literally is
tossing out
making
a lot of jargon here.
I think
no,
it's
it's
just a
making
lot of
sense. No, it's making sense. It just again, they're talking about throwing things on a large scale when we're only they're only at this point being able to prove the concept in a small scale, and that's the thing.
Like you're talking
Size
about that little
matters.
ring on the table, like that. I believe that little ring where they throw a magnet around the track.
That's what we're. That's yeah, no,
Yeah.
totally.
If that's where
I'm
they're at,
actually
okay, that I
reading
believe. this little thing here, I believe.
That little ring, though, if you look at it as it was moving, there was like water vapor coming off it. So it was something that was super cooled.
They're hyper cooling. They're hyper
Yeah.
cooling.
Yes.
The quantum domain, yeah. Look what
like
the
without
demon.
using any other power.
I could just hear him like the Ferrocell image of a magnet. Does anybody remember that song from MC Tunes?
I was waiting for the song to start, but
yeah, so much
Anyways,
the Ferrocell image of a magnet.
So anyways,
It's going into its ethereal state.
And you have to have it in multiple things. But if you're able to use this even as a semi way to cause transference so that you were using less fuel or less battery, it may be helpful.
Oh, I 100% agree.
I don't think it's going to be a permanent solution. And once again, that's why I said earlier that this is a concept, and hopefully eventually they will figure out a way to get it to a large scale. But the problem is that recently we've not been able to get this on a large scale. We've only been able to get it in a scale that's like this. So again, it's just a cute
one thing I will say
at
larger scale.
There's a real thing they mentioned that actually has improved fuel economy is the use of compacted graphite in lightening up big diesel power plant blocks in trucks and probably eventually in locomotives, is lightening up the amount of weight that has to be moved, which does improve fuel economy. So compacted graphite is contributing to better fuel economy in logistics. So that's something that's true. It just isn't magnet related.
Right.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's the whole thing is the mabobbers. Oh, I can't even see the what's the last thing before we get into the other things that I want to go over?
That would be
is it the implantable
supercharged silk. Supercharged silk.
Okay.
Yeah. The last one.
I agree with Al about the graphite fuel thing. We see that in shipping as well.
I'm sure you do. Yeah, no, compacted graphite is an excellent mixed with ferrous metals is giving reduced weight and equal or better strength. It's a very interesting development in material science and engineering. So but it is not a magnetic thing.
They're trying to work it out to use with lithium for car batteries, electric car batteries. It gives you a lot more range.
Yes.
But the trouble with graphite is it's quite brittle. It's a lot brittle.
It is. That's why they mixed it. They're using it mixed, right? The compacted graphite mixed. It's not being used on its own. But no, you're right. It is like, and that's the thing is a lot of material science has to do with what things do at a molecular level when they're recombined with each other, as opposed to what they do in an elemental or a solitary state. And it's very interesting. And I think we all understand that from basic chemistry, right? Like sodium is one thing on its own, and you mix it with chlorine, and all of a sudden you have something to flavor your steak. You know? And,
okay, so yes, totally. So anyways, let's crack on. So the supercharged silk could help regenerate heart tissue. So if you ever had a heart attack, the part of the heart that had the attack, those muscles die, and they're never actually they're unable to fully repair themselves. So it leads to a weakened heart. And if you've ever had a heart attack, you're going to most likely maybe have one or more because it's a heart failure over time. So this addresses that by being able to put a new microgel form of moth silk that can aid tissue regeneration and recovery to post-heart attack. So it can actually be put onto the places that have died, and by stretching this over it, it will be able to regenerate life back into those muscles, and also work as a form of the muscle holding things together as well to help strengthen the muscle. It mimics the mechanical and physical interactions that cells experience within the body. So the body takes it in. It supports cells and blood vessel growth and fosters new tissue generation to where the death had happened by putting this over it. Improves treatment for cardiovascular disease and supports heart muscle and post-heart attack patients. So by putting this on there and stretching it over, they're able to regenerate those weak muscles, and then hopefully you won't have those problems anymore. What they're doing right now is they're using it on studies are in the larger animals such as pigs right now, and eventually they'll do clinical trials on humans. But right as of now, they're only doing this on larger animals. And in 5 years, they believe that they're going to be able to start using this on humans to see if they can do it. And hopefully it's going to help control inflammation to promote tissue growth. So hopefully in the next couple of years, if you've had a heart attack, yes, then you should be able to regenerate your hearts of the muscles to hopefully not have one again, and to be able to for you to live longer. All right, so let's go into the next. Let's go into this next one first. I'm going to go ahead and close that and then share, and then we'll go over this first and then the next one, because this one is more fun than going over the next one, although the next one is very, very important for sure.
You need to hear this if you're passionate about the environment. A groundbreaking discovery is set to change how we deal with microplastics forever. Researchers at James Cook University have found a way to transform microplastics into graphene using a new technique. Microplastics, those tiny plastic fragments polluting our oceans, can now be upcycled efficiently.
And our human bodies.
This innovative method, called atmospheric pressure microwave plasma synthesis, grinds.
So yeah, say that 3 times motherfucking fast. Let's hear that once again.
Right?
Let's hear that once again. It's called
atmospheric pressure microwave plasma synthesis.
Yeah,
grinds
totally.
Plastic bottles into microplastics, and then uses plasma technology to convert them into graphene. Graphene is a powerful material with numerous applications in technology.
And that's what we were just talking about just a second ago, right? Graphenes. Yeah. So graphenes can be used in a gazillion and a half ways. And so now we can hopefully take these out of our fucking world.
It acts a lot like carbon, but it is just brittle. It's more brittle. And as Al was saying, you know, these...
well, graphene is what they use in pencils, so...
But then that's what
graphite.
We mix it into, well, it's sure.
Graphene is a different.
Yeah, and we mix it into things, and then it can become stronger, like they were saying earlier, like putting into clays and other things.
And industry. This breakthrough not only addresses the pressing issue of microplastic pollution, but also offers a sustainable source of graphene, potentially revolutionizing both recycling and tech industries.
Because we went over this before, 10% of plastics or whatever are actually recycled, and the rest of them are either burnt up or I don't remember what the other thing was when we were, but most of them are get burned into the atmosphere in incinerators.
Imagine a world where plastic waste becomes a valuable resource instead of a persistent pollutant.
Then we can get all the fucking, and then we can get people to actually like want to recycle and or put it into these places that will turn it into these, instead of just like throwing them in the trash or leaving them on the beach or the other things.
Discovery could pave the way for cleaner oceans and advanced technologies.
This is important that we figure out a way to use this and get it out of there, because
and that's why we've gone over this, the worms that eat it and the other things and stuffs and bobbers that are
polycarbon chains are the basic building blocks of most plastics. They're polycarbonate. I looked up graphene because I wanted to remember what it is. It is a graphite based product.
No,
but it is not. It is not graphite on its own. It's a new thing, but it's
graphene.
It's the same molecule, but different structure. If I'm not.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It lays flat, or anyways, it doesn't matter.
But it does have. It has some great properties though. And
no, that's for
something we should pay attention
not that far yet. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
And I know that recycled plastic is not that far yet, but if we get there, if we can clean it properly, be useful because in the medical care we're gonna need plastics and we're gonna need sterile plastics, and if we can recycle plastics, will be sterile.
Yeah.
Maybe then we don't have to produce that much plastics anymore. So if we actually instead of getting rid of plastics, just
Well, and recycling them helps.
Recycle plastics.
Yeah.
New
That's what we
plastic
need.
production requires a heavy draw in the petrochemical industry as well that people don't think of.
Recycled plastic is.
Well, there's a
medical
handful.
plastic.
There's a handful of
But
things,
if we can
and yeah,
recycle plastics better, maybe we can actually. They can recycle plastic, so it can be actually medical plastic again.
yeah, and the other thing is like when I go to music events and large events now, the plastic cups are made out of a corn subsidy somehow, and so they will dissolve very quickly. So, but anyways, let's crack on to this thing.
Can
which
I
think is
just
very
say goodbye to
Go ahead.
everybody because
Yeah.
I'm just running out of energy, but I want to thank
No,
everybody
definitely. Yeah, thank
for
you.
letting me join in, and thanks,
Take
Slim.
care of yourself, man.
Thank you, everybody. I had a fun time while I
Al,
last.
you feel better. Yeah, you get better.
Thank you so
sleep,
much.
okay?
Get rest.
Thanks,
Love you.
everybody. Bye
Later
bye.
on.
Thank you. Love all you guys.
I love you. So this is something that's
love you, dude.
important, but I don't. Most of us, I don't think, have to even worry about this. But this is something that definitely is a problem in the worlds right now. And the thing that we're gonna see is fucking huge. And I know they'll figure out a way to get it smaller. But anyways, I think this is a great advancement or something that, unfortunately, people who have a drug addiction, especially with opioids, should probably have implanted.
On the Medical Watch, an implantable device to stop an overdose. As the opioid crisis claims tens of thousands of lives in the U.S. every year, Brigham and Women's scientists have developed a device which sits just.
That's fucking huge. That's so fucking huge. But
yeah,
hopefully the technology in the near future will get it to be a lot smaller. But it's still a good thing.
Unless
below
it's
the
a
skin
suppository.
to measure opioid levels in the body. When a warning level is
It does look
detected,
like
the
that.
device immediately, automatically administers naloxone. It's a powerful antidote to prevent death in a person experiencing an overdose. But typically, a bystander has to administer naloxone since a user is rendered unconscious.
Yeah.
This device, researchers call ISOS, contains multiple sensors which continuously monitor the heart and respiratory system, reacting to crisis levels with a drug to stop the effects of opioids. So far, it's only been tested on animals. It had 96% efficacy, reviving them. Researchers.
So what they're doing is they're just getting a bunch of sheeps and cows and goats and they're just fucking putting this in and just fucking injecting them with fucking opioids. I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know how they test it.
Hope to begin human
That's exactly how
testing in
they
the next
test them,
2
too.
years.
2 years.
A baby's
2
birth month
years.
could indicate whether.
Okay, that's what all we were gonna show. And
But
then here, let's
the
go with
opioids thing.
Yeah.
You said it's big, and yeah, okay, it's big, but the fuck, you're taking those opioids anyway. You're destroying your body anyway.
No, I know.
It doesn't
It's
matter
just
if you
that-
have an implant that's that big in you.
I know, but they were like, this is an under the skin thing. I have microchips and all these little small things. Can you
Yeah,
imagine
but
having
Slim,
this?
Slim,
But I know
Slim.
implantables are fucking huge
Yeah,
too.
you got a
Yeah,
belly.
but you do it for a
Like,
look.
there's-
Those people that take opioids don't do it for a look. They don't care.
No, I know, but it's going to be very, very uncomfortable under the skin. When you get a large implant under you, it's not fun being there and moving around sometimes. But yeah, no, if you don't want to die, you're going to get that. Totally.
Opioids,
I
they
mean,
don't have the feeling there. They don't notice.
Yeah.
Have you been to Vancouver?
I've been to a lot of places where I saw people with needles in their arms laying in alleys.
Yeah.
So San Francisco, Tijuana. But anyways, again, that's why we're promoting it. Yes, if you have an opioid addiction, this is going to be better for you than not getting it. Like, totally get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
agree.
we need just the size was fucking trippy for me to see having implantables in my body. But once again, the technology will change, and eventually it will get small enough to it will be a small. And they said it's going to be 2 years until they start putting the humans. Once they do that, I'm pretty sure.
I hope it's going to be tunable.
I'm sure.
Because then you can actually turn it down and down and down more and more and more till the person is on so much level they need.
Sure.
Neglectable. Almost.
I'm sure most of it will be given to people who use opioids, who need opioids.
Well, it's people that are getting out of the hospital that overdose is most likely to be the first people that are going to have that or get that, and that are already through the getting into the system. They got busted for being high and blah blah blah. And anyways, let's crack on to this fun thing.
A rocket engine has exploded in quite dramatic fashion during a test at Britain's new spaceport in Shetland, off the north coast of Scotland. Scientists had been hoping to see the first full-engine test of a vertical rocket on European soil as part of a project which aims to...
And it started
Scientists
where?
had been hoping to see the first full-engine test of a vertical...
sorry.
Dramatic fashion during a test at Britain's new spaceport in Shetland, off the north coast of Scotland. Scientists...
It's Scotland. I mean...
So it's in Scotland, yeah.
I mean, if you were not busy having sex with your sheep, then I'm just kidding. Let's keep going.
Had been hoping to see the first full-engine test of a vertical rocket on European soil as part of a project which aims to...
But you know how this world works is they have to test these things to make sure that they work or don't work, and sometimes they actually are making them to fail.
Sometimes they explode. I mean,
well, and sometimes they make them to fail to some extent. Like they're testing like the strength of this, blah blah blah, and they're like kind of maybe expecting it to not go 100%, and that's why they're
send satellites into space. The test was due to be carried out at the Saxavord site on Unst in the country's northernmost inhabited island, but the engine was engulfed in fire on the launch pad, as you can see. But luckily, no one was injured. Well, let's speak live now to Frank.
Yeah, because they fucking didn't have anything close to it.
Near the damn thing.
They were not.
It's not like they're playing Kerbal.
Right?
Yeah. No, they knew exactly what was going on. All right, so here's another thing about that hopefully becomes a thing. Yeah, they're not like you blowing things up with your Kerbal on Kerbal or playing Kerbal or using that app. I'm sorry, a game or whatever. Yeah.
Could your cardiologist soon be prescribing the weight loss drug Wegovy to improve your heart health?
It wasn't the weight loss necessarily that drove that benefit. It was something that seemed very specific to the semaglutide itself.
A study published in...
Is that what that is? You have one?
It's the same principle. It's also auto-injector.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's happening. It taps needle into
and that's what this is. And once again, we're gonna replay. But if you didn't hear, this is a weight loss drug that comes into this. But they found out that it does what?
Cardiologists soon be prescribing the weight loss drug Wegovy to improve your heart health.
It wasn't
so your heart health may be improved by doing this. Not all the time. But maybe every once in a blue moon or whatever. But let's listen to what they say.
The weight loss necessarily that drove that benefit. It was something that seemed very specific to the semaglutide itself.
A study published in November 2023 showed that in adult patients with obesity who already have cardiovascular disease, Wegovy reduced the risk of heart attack, stroke, and cardiovascular death by 20%.
Which is a very big number, especially when you consider that all of these people were already on very good baseline medications like a statin and like blood pressure medications.
And it's why the FDA has approved Wegovy.
And I know that 20% is a small number of percentage of things.
Yeah.
But this is interesting to think of. And once again, we're talking about heart problems.
He has a medication to lower that cardiovascular risk.
And has been shown to improve blood pressure, improve function of the cardiac cells, et cetera, et cetera. There's many mechanisms that it seems to work through to give you that overall positive benefit.
A benefit that could help millions of Americans lower their risk of having a serious cardiovascular event.
I think we are finally seeing something that seems to help with the cardiovascular events, but help also with weight loss and help people improve blood glucose control.
So it can be multiple things, not just a weight loss thingies of the
Now,
bubble.
I
But
have
again,
to say, when my husband this summer, he was borderline type 2 diabetes, and his doctor finally said, "Look, you're type 2 diabetes," and gave him this. He says, "I want to give you this medication, but it's out of stock right now because it was medication to what it did was it takes sugar and or fat, and it literally bypasses every thing and puts it in. It like shoves it out of your body, the sugar and everything." And gets rid of it. He says the thing is, the reason why it's in short supply is because everybody that wants weight loss down in LA is hoarding it all for themselves because it helps you lose weight.
Of course.
So the people that truly need it for their health aren't getting it, because the people that want it for their weight loss are basically going, "I want it here." It's all the rich people down in LA and everywhere. You know what I mean?
Well, that's exactly with the Botox and also the Adderall and a couple other drugs.
Exactly.
They're
because I know Botox
and...
helps with migraines and all that stuff. And
yeah,
it's like
and then
sometimes
also...
you can't get it because they're like, "Oh, it does this for me. I want it. Screw you over here."
Yeah, so the rich fuckers are taking over a lot of these drugs and hoarding them. Even though what's funny is there is a shelf life to all that, you twats.
Exactly.
So hoarding it doesn't really help you. I don't know the length of certain things, but like inhalers, they have like a year shelf life or something. The things that we use, that I use, and things like that. So it's silly that they're doing this. There's another
is this about JD again.
Yeah, no, we're ending on this.
I'm
and
surprised
I found
those
a new
couches
one.
didn't get an STI from him.
No, they totally did. No, dude. No, he got the couch pregnant, and that's where throw pillows come from.
I want one of these where there's a couch and like a little ottoman next to it.
Yeah,
exactly. Like a little baby.
How do you think throw pillows become a thing when somebody fucks a couch? Anyways,
the ottoman looks nervous.
Yeah. Even though we allegedly he supposedly didn't, but somehow there was talk about a glove and lubricant. Anyways, let's crack on. So here we go.
Sectional, let's get down tonight. I'm horny for your cushions. They need some pushing.
Oh my god.
Baby.
My couch stretches out longer. Rubbing my crotch up on it. And when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing.
Sectional healing. Oh my god.
Healing.
Oh baby, make me feel sublime. That couch 9 times.
Okay.
Oh, using a Marvin Gaye song, but so good.
It was so amazing. We're probably gonna get demonetized for playing that for sure. But
sectional healing. I love that.
Poor boy.
But we have to play this as always. If I still have it in the right place, and I may not, because I might have moved it, but I think it's still. I think I did move it. I don't remember 100% where I moved it to, of course, because that's what happens when I start moving things around. Let me try going over to here, because yesterday I didn't think that I found it there. But, oh my god, the things that freaking fucking Daniel Pratt says about the fucking, oh my Jesus, we're going to go over that for Flat Earth.
Oh, the final experiment. God, he's stupid.
Yeah, dude. Oh my Jesus Christ, he fucking sputters out so much stupid shit. Okay, so let's
Will
go
Duffy
to
did a video on it, so it's probably
yeah. And then Creaky did one on it as well.
Creaky did. That's Creaky. Creaky's the one I watched. Is the one I watched today.
Yeah, that's the one I watched
He
just
covered
a
it more. I
second ago.
think more of it. More.
Yeah.
More of it. More.
Yeah.
He covered more of the Pratt's video.
It can't be down this.
Yeah. There's a part where Pratt brought up about the final experiment. I'm like, just like you said many times in your channel, you're gonna not do videos anymore.
Yeah.
I think since I've been on, he said it like 3 or 4 times. I'm not doing this anymore, and he comes right back.
Yeah.
So he's one to talk.
Oh, I hope it comes up. I don't know where I moved it to. Right there.
I was gonna say, can you type it in?
Oh,
next
that one.
time?
Yeah.
Channel playlist of 2024 campaign ads.
Yeah.
Us MAGA Republicans banned abortion, but that's just the start.
That's just the start.
If Trump gets elected, we want the government involved in all aspects of your sex life.
Way more involved.
When you have sexual intercourse, it should be illegal to use contraception. No pills, no condoms.
Your genitals are reserved for procreation.
If you freeze 12 eggs, you should be required to have 12 babies, or else you're a serial killer. And I'm definitely
not a serial killer.
Are you?
My son monitored.
You needed to.
God, that's still so creepy.
You needed to use dental dams before you went down on that hooker because you got herpes of the lips because you went down on somebody without contraceptive, which is a dental dam. Anyways.
I can only imagine the direction for that was you got to be really creepy. And he's like, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. And they did really good at putting on their makeup and making them look this way as well. Because these people probably look very normal in regular day life because they're actors, but
Porn usage to make sure I'm not self-pleasuring.
Just like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. That's true. You can look it up.
yeah, and if you don't know what we're talking about, QR code that freaking thing because it's fucking amazing.
Oh my God.
Don't you think that's normal?
Yeah, I do.
It's no.
Wait. What do we think is normal? All right, here we go.
Don't you think that's normal?
Yeah, I do.
It's normal for your son to do that.
You should have a family member monitor your porn use too.
Because pleasuring yourself is very, very naughty.
I'm voting in November.
I'm voting in November.
very
We're all
naughty.
voting in November.
And what's weird to you guys?
Are you?
Because what happens in your bedroom is up to me.
Is up to me and my son. Also.
So
mouth stuff is a sin. Be sure to subscribe.
I always get to.
Amaze balls.
So much. Ooh, Jesus Christ! What are
Oh
the
my
thingy
God, that was
lovers?
great.
What are those thingies? I can't see it well enough, reader.
Um,
Yeah, you're welcome for having nightmares tonight. I know.
Bunch of swans.
Those were
Yeah.
couches, Slim.
Oh, definitely their couches, of course. Couch fucking is number one. And once again, like I said, there's nothing weird about like having, relations as a teenager with inanimate objects, but I'm not trying to be fucking a VP and talked about it in my fucking book. Like that's the problem here. So anyways, thank y'all very much. I'll definitely be here tomorrow. I wasn't sure if I was going to be because I thought maybe I'd be setting up for the motorcycle show that I'm doing this weekend. And so the motorcycle show is Friday and Saturday. So Friday and Saturday, I will be working a motorcycle show. And I will totally be dead from working as many hours as I'm going to work on Sunday.
Wow.
So definitely that's going to be nothing. So we'll start again on Monday. And we're going to do... I just put it there, and I'm not 100% sure it's going to be there, but I put in aliens. It's not aliens, but it has to be aliens, I think is what I named the fucking series. We're going to go over aliens, UFOs.
Like the history.
Yeah,
I
had to make that.
Did you put those all in?
I did this morning.
He did a whole bunch. He was busy.
Well, I try to be a week ahead now because then I can put them in the algorithms, shows it to all of you before, and then you
got
can choose to
aliens. It's
notify
not
me.
aliens, but it's aliens. You got that phrasing from that hair dude.
Yeah, and that's why I did it. At first, I was like aliens, UFOs, and UAPs or whatever, and I was like, no, aliens. It's not aliens, but it's aliens. I was like, oh, goddamn, I gotta fucking do that. So we're gonna go over all the new alien stuff that I have. Supposedly, a gentleman somewhere said he saw an alien when he was a teenager, and he has a piece of a UFO.
Oh, well, we'll have to check that out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so that was the pushing force for us doing that, even though I may change it if I find a crazy shite thing or what the fuck, it may be moved. But as of right now, that's Monday. And then I think we're doing AI generated stuff. And then, of course, Wednesday is always Drunken News. So like we're doing. And then I think it's I don't remember what I'm doing Thursday. It's Creepy Cryptids. What we're doing is funny local stories. So we're going over the jackalope, and I know y'all went over that on DSA just a second, but we're going to go over the furry trout or bass. We're going to go over the drop bear and a couple other local joke mythological creatures that aren't ever supposed to be actually a thing. Just when you go to certain places, they're like, watch out for the drop bear, when there's, and so we're going to go over the silly mythological creatures, cryptids, and that's what I want to do because I have 4 or 5 of them. Like Fart Squatch.
Fart Squatch, I like that.
You've not heard of Fart Squatch? Well, we're gonna go over Fart Squatch.
No,
he's only been smelt. He's never been seen. That's the whole tag for Fart Squatch.
Oh my god, no way.
Yeah. I just snorted because I laughed so hard.
Oh my god, there's a dude somewhere that wants to get out of being blamed for farts.
No, so literally, it's just
fart squatch.
No, it's literally just mountain men with their family, and he just farts towards their family, and is like, "Smell that? That's Fart Squatch." I mean, literally, like seriously, like that. And then in the South, there is a Skunk Squatch. Because he smells so pungent, and so it's kind of like playing on that as well. But like again, this is more of like a local story that people tell that whatever. So we're gonna go over just local cryptids that are funny that we've not really gone over. And I don't know what y'all talked about with the jackalope, but I have a lot of information about jackalopes because they actually originated in Colorado, in Wyoming. So there's a whole backstory to them that I don't know if y'all went over. So and I have a framed photo of a jackalope. Okay, and I know, and that's why we're going over the other thing, which is the furry bass or trout, because that's a whole thing that happened here in south of Colorado Springs, like Rifle, Colorado, or some other place like that. And then barking spider. Barking. Thank you so much.
Barking spiders.
Yes, barking spiders. Oh my god, I forgot that fucking thing. But I'm gonna find those. You don't know what? Okay, never mind. We're not
barking spiders. Fucking terrifying.
Well, a barking spider is when fuck it. I'm gonna say it. When you sit around a campfire and somebody farts and you're like, it's a barking spider. Look. Oh, right. It's just you farting. It's just literally you farting.
It's called a duck on a motorcycle.
So it's basically going to be a farting stream. Okay.
Mainly
I'll eat something pungent.
Yeah, I guess.
So I can get you some sound effects.
Sure.
The fartness, monster, all of that.
Yeah, no, I have and then there's a handful of other things that are local traditions as well that we'll talk about, and some of them may be almost a real thing.
Human-sized version of Sasquatch, a mini Squatch, if you will, like Sand Squatch, Mud Squatch. They bring like mud prints into your home and sand prints, and sand into your home, and you're walking up. There's sand. Why is there sand here?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't they call those kids?
There's sand vagina Squatch. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about fucking that shit. It's only because I had personal experiences with sand and vaginas. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. Thank you all very much. That's what happens when you grow up on a beach. Anyways,
love you all.
Thank you all very much.
Find sand everywhere.
There's sand. It gets everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah. So thank you all very much. We'll see you all later. Everybody say bye, and we'll get the fuck out of here. So say bye.